Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. It's nice to have you here. This is going to be a pick a pile reading, and today we're going to see what's coming for you for July 2020. Okay, this reading is going to be general. I have not seen any of the cards yet, so but however, if let's say for example if the reading somehow turns out to be love related or career related, then that's just going to be the focus for what's coming for you in July. All right, otherwise, as per my experience, it can be just something that's personal for you. For example, maybe it's good for your personal growth, maybe it's some shadow work that you have to do so that you can heal from a past wound. Okay, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let me explain to you what you can expect from this reading. All right, so for every pile, we're going to see what's coming for you for in the coming month, and we will also see what it is that you have to be aware of. So for this part, sometimes it can be related to the first section, which is what's coming for you. Otherwise, it's just probably just something to complement your reading. Maybe it's something that is totally different. Maybe it can be about your health, or just something, maybe just someone around you that you have to pay more attention to. Okay, I've also included 2 extra cards. I call them the wild card because there's no certain position or certain question to it. This wild card is going to help me give a more wholesome reading to what's coming for you and to what it is that you have to pay attention to for the month of July. All right, and then of course for every I think the best tarot readings are those that comes with advice, so that you will know what to do with this information. All right, I'm also using oracle cards, so I'll be using the Wild Offering Oracle deck. I'm also using another one from Affirmators. This Affirmators, this edition is more towards helping yourself. It's actually made by a comedian, so it's going to have a very comedic turn to the cards. All right, and then the other one would be the Flower Petals by Sherilyn Darcy. If you are a returning subscriber, then you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I love using those cards very, very much. I think it's great for self-improvement, self-growth, and I really hope that you will get something for yourself from this reading. Okay, all right, so enough of that. Now we go into picking the piles. So I have here 5 piles for you to choose from. All right, so this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, this is pile number 4, and this is pile number 5. Okay, so you can go ahead and try to feel which deck is calling out to you. Otherwise, you can choose them based on the crystals here that I have prepared for you. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have an amethyst. Can you zoom in? Can you zoom in? I think it's because of the purple background you couldn't zoom in. Yep, I'm right. All right, all right. And then we have a rose quartz. So this is actually a fox. Okay, and then the pile number 3, we have the golden rutilated quartz. Oh wait, because it's almost the same color, so come on, zoom in. It's so embarrassing. Okay, all right, pile number 4, we have a smoky quartz. There we go. And the last pile, we have a rose quartz, a clear quartz. Can you see it? Okay. I'm just a bit annoyed that my camera cannot zoom. All right, so you can pause this video right here if you need to. You just give yourself more time to meditate, to calm down, and try to feel which deck, which crystal is calling out to you. And whenever you're ready, I will see you at the timestamps. Hello, pile number 1. This is going to be your reading. So put the amethyst here. Yeah, put it down like this. All right. So these are just the oracle cards I mentioned before. So we're going to talk about this later. Your pile is special because you have one extra card from the affirmators. It wanted to come out for some reason. I actually put it back in. Then after that, I thought for it. I thought a while, and then you know what? I'm just gonna give it to you. All right. Okay. So what's coming for you in July 2020? Okay. So we have the Three of Swords, the Chariot, Six of Cups. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Okay, I think this is clearer. And I wanted to say hold on and hang on, but so it became hang on. Okay, so what's coming for you? Okay, and then what is it that you need to be aware of? Okay. And these are the 2 wild cards that I mentioned. Okay. And this is your advice. Okay, straight away, this is something that you have to work within yourself. All right. I can see for a lot of you, you are in pain, you are hurting. You're trying to move on from something, but at the same time, you are also missing someone. So very likely, you know, it's very difficult for you to move on from something, to move on from someone. For some of you, it's definitely about the feeling of the security that you want, you wish to have, that somehow is not with you anymore. Okay, so Three of Swords, Chariot, and Six of Cups. Six of Cups is actually my soulmate card, but it can also talk about children. To be really honest, I don't really see this reading as children, but sometimes it can just be so tarot cards work on energies more. So it can be that, you know, perhaps this person somehow makes you feel, you know that feeling of security and safety when you were a child, when you were young, when you have your mother, your parents' comfort, or someone able to give you comfort and care of that same energy level. It's also about, you know, you wanted to go back to that place where it's just so calm and so soothing and so full of care. But it's not, but you don't have it right now, and I don't see you have it in July. Okay, and that is what is actually holding you back, to be really honest. Very likely to whoever it is that you're dealing with, it is with this Queen of Swords here. Okay, Queen of Swords, I don't really like to associate the cards to astrological signs, but usually the Queen of Swords is, you know, air sign, so that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But otherwise, this person is someone who is angry, upset. Very likely you and this person had an argument. There's some sort of very harsh energy involved here, and very likely difficult words or harsh words have been said or will be said, because this is what's coming for you in July. Of course, it's supposed to resonate with you whenever you watch this video, okay? This person, I wouldn't say vindictive, but I would say this person is someone who has a stand, who's standing their ground. I want to say something like she's trying to make a point. Of course, take note that tarot is not gender specific. If you're dealing with someone like this, but it turns out to be a guy, then of course it's a guy, because we're talking about the energies instead, right? So one thing about the Queen is that sometimes they can say things, but they do it with an intention. You know, what is the intention? The intention is to perhaps to hurt you, or perhaps to, you know, make a point. It's not like the knight. You know, in tarot we have pages, knights, queens, and kings. Kings tend to be people who think things through, and they do not necessarily say anything that they know is going to make things difficult. Okay, whereas a knight, they will just blurt everything out. They don't think about what they want to say. They're bluntly honest, but at the same time they're also the kind, you know, where they give no care whether or not you're hurt. Whereas the page is someone, you know, I just say things directly or indirectly, you know, I'm very honest, you know. You can say that a page of swords is someone who's very very straightforward. How do I explain this? Someone who just, you know, says things, but they have no intention. They may or may not have the intention of hurting you. Sometimes it really depends on the context of the situation. Okay. So for this one, I feel it's more about well, because we have the Three of Swords here, of course there's something definitely hurtful that has been said. I do feel that, you know, somehow this has happened in the past. Okay, so it's just that why it's in your July reading is probably because, you know, you keep harping on it, you keep thinking about it, you know, you definitely somehow you miss this person, you miss what you had with this person. But, you know, there was also a lot of heartaches and heart pain. There was very likely words have been said that really hurt maybe you, maybe them, maybe you both. And because of this nine of wands here, this card is about, you know, being tired. Very likely whatever this thing is that is going on with you has been going on for some time. Okay, and you are at this stage, you know, Nine of Wands, where it's kind of like this card, it makes me feel things are going on around you, but you're not paying attention to them because you're thinking about this person, you're thinking about this heartache, you're thinking about the good old times. Okay, but at the same time, you cannot do anything about it. And that's why you're in the Nine of Wands energy, where, you know, there's nothing you can do about it, but you're suffering in silence. Okay? Please know that cards can, energies can be vice versa. If this is not how you feel, it's very likely how the other person feels. Okay? So now, what it is that you need to pay attention when it comes to, what is you need to pay attention in July. So, of course, this itself is very, very simple, very straightforward. We have the Sun, Nine of Swords, and the Fool. The Sun and the Fool is a very, very good card, and when it's surrounded, it's surrounding the Nine of Swords. Then technically it's just saying, you know, you don't have to worry about anything. Perhaps if this is just about an argument with someone else, you know, and very likely, to be really honest, I don't see you can do anything about it here. In other words, it's just saying, you know, you have to let this go. You have to let this person go. You have to stop. Maybe it's more about you have to stop blaming yourself. You have to stop feeling guilty about what happened. Maybe it's about, you know, if it's not about feeling guilty, then it's about, you know, you just have to let this pain go. You know, life, to have the Fool and to have the Sun is such a beautiful combination. It's saying that, you know, your life can be beautiful. Your July 2020 can be beautiful. You can have a lot of fun in July 2020 if only you can let all of this go. Stop worrying. Okay, Nine of Swords in itself is saying, okay, yes, you're always thinking about what's gonna happen, but you know, you're not seeing. Look at this person here, you know, covering covering their eyes, but they don't see the beauty around them, the sun here and the Fool here. Okay, because this person here is thinking about all the sorts that they themselves are chaining themselves to. We don't have the devil here, but I can definitely see, you know, this whatever that happened here is totally holding you back. It's holding you back from having your fun. It's holding you back from doing what it is that you should be doing. Okay, and you know, you have to learn to see the beauty. You know, sometimes, you know, maybe things happen that, you know, that hurt us, that, you know, that makes us feel sucky and bad and sad, you know. But if this has been a long time, then you have to learn to let go. You have to learn to forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be in that situation, or for, you know, for not seeing the situation a bit clearer. Okay, it really depends, because this is a general reading. I can only see that for a lot of you, this thing here is holding you back. Okay, so your advice here: 10 of Cups, 4 of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. 4 of Swords is my closure card, because, you know, the 3 of Swords here, you know, the 3 of Swords itself is about pain and agony and frustration, but the 4th sword here, like on this person, on this line person here, is the clarity, you know, is the thing, is the conviction. It is that one sword that is telling you, you know what, I've gotten my closure, I've gotten my clarity, I'm taking things at face value, and I'm going to deal, you know, you want to put a stop, you want to put the end to this whatever thing that happened. Okay, 10 of Cups is something along like, to me, it's something along like, I mean, of course, 10 of Cups is, you know, definitely underneath the sun. It's about, you know, happiness, joy, and emotional fulfillment. But what does emotional fulfillment even mean? Does it mean that, you know, you're ecstatic, you know? But then you have the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Swords here, which is kind of like a very difficult energy. It clashes. When it clashes, you become confused. So sometimes 10 of Cups to me is just as simple as, you know, finding that neutrality, finding that, that middle point between happiness and sadness, you know, just to be okay, just to be content where you are, just to feel at peace. Okay, so you can find your peace when you start to focus on yourself, when you start to focus on your pentacles, focus on what it is that is in front of you, that is intangible, that you can see. So it can be the people who are close to you, it can be your work, it can be your children, your house, what it is around you. Maybe you can focus in on your home that needs decorating. It's not here, but I'm just giving you some advice. My point is that you have to focus in on what it is that you can see, and let go of what it is that you have no control of. Okay? This reading is definitely about how you can enjoy a good July 2020 for you. Okay? But very likely you will still be tied to whatever thing that is happening here. All right, in which case you have to learn to let go, find that closure that you need, find that one last sword, find that one last clarity. Okay, but sometimes Ace of Swords itself is about conviction. Something wrong with my I cannot speak, you know, like hong on and all that. Yeah, but Ace of Swords itself, this last sword itself, can be as simple as, you know, conviction. You know, I'm done with this energy, I don't want to feel it anymore, I'm just going to focus on myself. Once you break into this Queen of Pentacles energy, that's when you finally get your closure. And that's when you finally get your peace. Okay? Okay, so let's go into the oracle cards. So let's see. These are actually just I'm hoping that it will be able to help you for July, as more towards your personal growth. Okay, so hardship. May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours. Okay, so this is what's happening here, what's coming for you, what's happening. All right, as baffling as or as painful as it can be. This one, the cards here don't really show me what's gonna happen. Like, are you going to get into an argument? Very likely so, though, because of the Queen of Swords here. Because Queen of Swords is someone who will not, you know, bow down. They will make their point across, whether you like it or not. Okay, and sometimes the Three of Swords itself is a card about frustration, because probably you find it very difficult for you to talk to this person. All right, and you want this, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, I keep dealing with this person. I just want this Six of Cups. I just want to feel okay. I don't need this stress. Okay, so now let's go into these two cards. So remember, in the beginning of the video, I said that this is made by a comedian, so it may have a very funny take to it. All right, so number 1, strength. Number 2, get centered. Good. This is exactly what you need. Okay, so let's talk about strength first. Can it zoom in? Oh my gosh, please zoom in. All right. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. No idea what that was about, but okay. So this is about, you know, finding your strength to go through this difficult situation here. Okay. All right. So get centered. Okay. When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have the wisdom of tranquility of, insert your favorite animal, holding a, insert your magical item, floating through space on a, insert your favorite piece of furniture. So in other words, I can say, in my center, I have the wisdom of tranquility of a unicorn, holding a magic wand, floating through space on a spaceship, or, you know, on a table. I don't know. Okay. In other words, the point of this card is about finding your center. In other words, you ground yourself. When you ground yourself, okay, when you ground yourself, when you find that peace, it's not easy for you to flake. It's not easy for you to lose your temper. It's easy for you to see things clearer. Okay, it can even help you with, perhaps, okay, let's say that this person is coming in July, and you're going to have difficult communication with this person. So being centered, staying centered here is going to help you, because you can hear this person's message clearly, and you can also reply in a way that this person can understand you. That's very important. That's one of the importance of being centered, because you can totally see how this person sees you and understand you. Okay? All right. So how do you get centered? It's very simple. You just clear your mind. Clear your mind. Don't think about so many thoughts in your head. Don't think about any. Try to declutter your mind. Okay, declutter your mind. Focus on your root chakra. Okay, you can Google. Or just find it on YouTube more about your root chakra. Root chakra is the thing that grounds us whenever we need it. Okay, it's the things that, you know, that holds us down. All right. So the last one, forget me not. Okay. Always remain true to your intentions. Okay. So very likely whatever thing that is coming for you in July, okay, very likely it's because there has to be some sort of disagreement, right? It's just that whether or not you want to cave in or whether or not you want to stay true, well, this card itself is already telling you that you have to remain true to your intentions, remain true to yourself, okay? And it's very likely because of that, this person is just giving you some difficult energy, some difficult things, you know, for you to cope, and it would explain why here, okay? So be strong, get centered, you know. What's the word again? How does it go? No storms last forever. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I think these cards, you know, somehow when you try to see it as a whole, it's more about what you can do for yourself to overcome the situation, instead of what you can do onto the other person or onto the situation to get things your way. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to stop this reading right here. I think this has, I'm very sure I'm done. So I hope you get something from this reading. I hope you get some insights, and I hope you know what to do by then. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. Bye! Hello, pal number 2. This is going to be your reading. So I'm going to put this fox here. I'm going to push this aside a bit. Okay, so these are the cards that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. I'm going to put this aside, okay, for now. So what's coming for you for July 2020? 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, King of Cups. Okay. And then what it is that you have to pay attention to. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, Chariot. Okay, so I have 2 wild cards here. So here I can already see that this is between you and someone else, alright? It's almost the same like pile number 1, but a bit different. I'll let you know if you need to watch pile number 1, alright? So, Death card, 2 of Rods, alright. So we have here, so advice for you, we have 2 of Swords, King of Rods, and 7 of Swords. Okay. Chariot here. Okay, I can see that in July, there's going to be some sort of argument that is going to make you feel for some of you, it's going to make you feel abandoned, make you feel left out, because we have 2 difficult 5s here. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. This combination itself is definitely about, you know, some sort of disagreement, because someone feels that the other person cannot support them, or is not looking out for their own, for their good, okay? And that itself is making you feel very, you know, you cannot focus, okay? So be careful with how you're feeling in the month of July. So like I said, for some of you, it's definitely about someone here. We have the King of Cups here. King of Cups itself is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I don't like to associate them to astrology. Otherwise, King of Cups is supposed to be someone who expresses their intentions, their feelings in a very mature way, I would say. In other words, you know, you will not get childish behavior. This person, you can definitely expect them to say how they feel to you, but maybe it's also because, but they can be a bit sensitive, to be really honest, and probably that's why, you know, maybe this person will say something to you that makes you feel, oh crap, I did something wrong. So what can I do to fix this situation? What can I do to solve this problem? Okay. To be really honest, I think whatever this thing that you and this person are talking about is related to money for some reason, okay? I mean, of course, we have the Four of Pentacles here and the Five of Pentacles here. But I feel that this reading is more about how someone is going to say something to you, and that makes you feel very bad about yourself. Okay? I think this person is going to tell you, you know, you're not doing enough for the family, you're not doing enough for us, you're not doing enough for the relationship, you're not doing enough for la 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 la, because it's going to make you feel very defeated, very unsupported. It's going to make you feel very insecure about yourself. Definitely, we have the Eight of Swords here. Okay, but one thing I want to tell you with the advice here is just saying, you know what, I want to say that word, but I'm thinking about another better word. You know what, screw them. Okay, because I think this person is just someone who is negative in a way, and this is some sort of lesson that you have to learn. Is some sort of lesson that you have to learn. To me, with the Death card here saying that, you know, this has to stop. Whatever this thing is, it has to stop. Okay, someone is going to make you feel, is going to say something that's going to make you feel bad, in which case these three cards here are saying, no, I don't have to do so and so just because you feel so and so. In other words, sometimes another person's insecurities will play out, but you know, they like to blame it on other people. You know, I'm not happy. Well, why don't you take me on a date? You know, you're supposed to make me happy. They place their happiness onto other people. You know, they hope that other people will make them happy. Okay, so that's something that's just one of the examples that I'm giving you. My point of this story, my point of this example is that sometimes it's just not your fault. You can do whatever it is that you can, you know, you can buy the whole world for this person, and this person will still not have enough. They still will not feel that you've done enough. Okay? To be real honest, I feel, okay, with the Two of Rods here, okay, so you is the mouse, they is the lion. Okay, I mean, you may feel small, but you know what, you know, when it comes to Aesop fable stories, you know, there's always, you know, no matter how small you are, you're always strong, and you have your pros and cons, you know. But and then no matter how big and fierce you are, you know, there's still some weakness in you. I mean, of course, we know what happens in the story of the lion and the mouse. You know, the mouse repaying back the lion's kindness for releasing them in the beginning of the story, and then the lion got caught with the hunter's net, and then the mouse comes to free the lion. But you see, sometimes we have to take into consideration why the illustrator chose this particular scene. You know, so let's not talk about the story. Let's just talk about this scene alone, where the mouse is, you know, standing here looking at the lion here, thinking what to do. Because Two of Rods itself is a card about, okay, so what's my next step? What should I do? You know, when you put it in that context, oh no, the mouse is saying, okay, should I release the lion? You know, the lion may catch me again in the future, and that time, if, yeah, for all you know, maybe he's starving, and then he may eat me. Okay. So in other words, whoever it is that you will be dealing, or probably are dealing right now, this person is, you know, they may feel strong, they may feel big, you know, they definitely have a big ego, but I would say that they somehow feel very trapped, like, you know, they feel they cannot do anything, and then they play out their insecurities onto you. Okay, because it will explain all that is happening here. Okay, in that case, then we have to see your advice here. Two of Swords, King of Rods, and Seven of Swords. Two of Swords itself is saying, you know, I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to do anything. This is a story about Hansel and Gretel, where the witch is already inside the oven, and the two brothers and sisters just leave the witch inside the oven. You know, no matter how much she screams in pain. So there are just sometimes where you just have to, you know, just pretend not to see this person, just pretend not to hear this person, you know, you know, and just learn to walk away from this person. And that's the thing that you have to learn here. Somehow the Death card here, I feel that there is a learning, there's something that you have to do here to end a cycle, or to add, or, you know, to teach someone a lesson or something like that. Okay, King of Rods here, King of Rods here, to me, I feel is more about you. You know, where you are more focused on yourself. You know what? It's like, hey, you, I love you, I care for you, la la la, but you have to stop doing this to me. I have no time to babysit you. I have no time. It's not to say no time. Sometimes, you know, we spend a lot of effort, we spend a lot of time on the person, but if that person does not want to help themselves, you know, sometimes you just have to know when to stop. Okay? And the Seven of Swords itself is saying, you know what? There's just some things that you know, but you have to keep quiet. In other words, it's saying that, you know, very likely you see through this person's nonsense, this person's bullshit, and, you know, but you don't say anything. In other words, it can also mean that, you know what games they're playing, what kind of mind games they're playing. You can see through them, okay? But at the same time, you keep this information to yourself. Okay? This is the best scenario as how I can see, but of course this is just an advice for you. You may not be at this stage yet. Okay, so it's totally up to you if you want to take it, or if you don't, it's okay. All right, because this is a general reading anyway, so you have to see how it fits your situation. Okay, but in essence, this reading is just saying that, don't let this person make you feel bad. Okay, all right. So now let's go into the oracle cards. So, calmness. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. Okay, so calmness, very likely this person is going to make you feel agitated, make you feel insecure, make you feel, you're not good enough. You know what? I don't want to think about this anymore. I'm just going to let go. I'm just going to let God, and I'm just going to do my thing because I have a lot of things to do. Okay? All right, so no need to do. You see, you don't have to do anything about this person. Okay, no need to do. I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I'm already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do laundry. So like I said, just be calm, I don't need to deal with this. I have a lot of things to do. Okay, so go do your laundry. All right. So, last one, chrysanthemum. Okay, be here always with willing hands and heart. As much as you want to, I know that you want to help this person, But to be really honest, the best way for you to help this person is to not do anything. All right? Be here always with me. Of course, you know, you will definitely be there for them. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not telling you to abandon this person. I'm not telling you to, but sometimes you just have to do what is good for yourself. Okay? In other words, you know, sometimes, you know, I think it's more that just like, you know, what do you call it? Tough love. You have to let this person, you know, see what it is that they're doing is wrong. Of course, you know, it's not saying, you know, you don't have to care for them from now and forever, you know. Maybe when this person really needs your help, you know, I'm pretty sure you can tell if this person is playing you or if this person, you know, really needs help. And when they do, just be there for them. But not when they're trying to take advantage of you. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to my camera cut on me at the very last section, but yeah, so actually that's all I have for you. I hope this reading has helped you. I hope it has given you some insights. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is going to be your reading. So I'm going to put the golden rutilated quartz there, and then I'm going to put this tree here. Okay. So what's coming for you in July 2020? I was so happy with the six of Wands, but and then 10 of Swords came out. But let's see what happens. So 6 of Wands, 10 of Swords, King of Cups, and then we have the World, Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is what you have to be aware of. Then we have 2 wild cards here. So we have the 6 of Wands. So straight away we can see how busy you're going to be. 7 of Cups here. All right. So advice is Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay, give me a second. I think you're going to be very, very, I wouldn't just say busy, and also very successful in a way, in the sense that, you know, you're building something for yourself. You're building something for your security, for your money, for your, you're building, you're definitely building something for yourself. I won't be surprised if you're a public figure, or, you know, sometimes public figure, it's just as simple as you know, you have a lot of people that that look up to you, or they know who you are. So sometimes, let's say if you're a social media influencer, or if you are famous on YouTube or in Facebook, then yes, this can apply to you. Okay, because we have the 6 of Wands here and the World here. The World to me is always my social media card, because, you know, you are bounded by something, which is, you know, your phone, the social media, your Facebook, your YouTube, and then here you are, you know, showing yourself to everyone around you that's watching you. Okay, but of course this card itself, the World itself, is a very beautiful card, because, you know, you feel very wholesome, you feel very full, you feel protected in a way. Okay, and you feel that, you know, you achieved something, you know, something that very likely, I won't say that you've achieved your goal, because there's still the 3 of Pentacles here. But whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that, you know, you enjoy doing it. Okay, make sure that, you know, you don't let your energy go down to the 10 of Swords here. It's a very difficult energy, because maybe you may overthink, and it may get to you. So you know that feeling, you know, where you keep thinking about this thing. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Why did that thing happen? Why is this so difficult to let go? It's that kind of energy here. Okay. I also see that you're going to be very busy here. I don't really see a lot of struggle. Usually this card is about struggling, but I would say, you know, sometimes it's just as simple as that, oh, I have so many things to do. You know, that kind of struggling. All right. Then we also have the Seven of Cups here. To be really honest, I just see that, you know, you may be able to earn a lot, you know, to be able to shop online, to see, I want this one, I want that one, I want this one too. Kitty cat, what do you want? Or you'll be spoiled with choices. To be really honest, this reading really looks more about your security and your money and all that. So here in the advice, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Let me pull this extra one for you for the Eight of Cups here. So just give me one card for the Eight of Cups, please. So it's going to be a very fruitful July for you. That's it, okay? Because if there's anything, you know, whatever it is that's making you feel agitated, frustrated, tired, you can let it go and be content. Be happy where you are. Be content where you are. We have this Page of Cups with a I think this is an ice slushy, and here we have a kid, baby, having all the ice cream that they want. So for July, things are going to, you know, I don't really see it. It's not really towards someone. On pile number 1 and 2 is a bit difficult because they're dealing with someone else. For yours, even though we have the King of Cups, but to be really honest, I don't see how this person is affecting you, to be honest. So I'm going to deduce that this is not someone else. Of course, it can be someone else, and if it is, then even so, then maybe it's just, you know, oh, there's someone that's coming for you in July. That's it. But to be really honest, I don't really see this as another person. At most, it's just that, you know, you may have a bit of a difficult month in the middle of July. For this one, okay, I'm just gonna say it out, okay? Try to prepare a journal for yourself, all right? Or maybe just a piece of paper. I think you're going to have a lot of downloads or a lot of ideas coming for you. And these ideas are, you know, it can overwhelm you, all right? So I want you to write everything down, whatever ideas you have, whatever strategies, whatever plans, and just write it out first, okay? Yes, I don't know, this just came, I don't know, right? All right, so once you have this feeling of overwhelm of ideas and downloads, whatever it is that is occupying your head, your mind, just write it out, okay? It's a bit interesting for this Ten of Swords because we have 10 swords, but it's all surrounded by very good energies, very good, very positive cards, I would say here. And even the advice itself is saying, you know what, chillax. Just focus on your money. Don't worry about things. Hakuna Matata, okay? Relax. I think it's definitely because, you know, you're just so going to be, you're going to be busy building something for yourself. But by the end of July, I think you're going to enjoy your time more. You see how we progress from the Page of Cups. You know, if you were to be the Knight of Cups, you know, when you just chillax more, you just enjoy yourself more, eventually you become the King of Cups near the end of July. Okay, and at the time you'll be able to, you know, enjoy whatever it is that you build yourself. You definitely will see money coming in here with the Three of Pentacles here, because, you know, you're building yourself a name. You're building maybe you're building your brand, maybe you're building you're building something, but at the same time you're earning enough money to buy whatever it is that you want. Okay, this is really interesting. It's interesting because, you know, we have most of it is positive, you know, positive cards. But we have, of course, 10 of Swords here, 7 of Wands here. But I don't really feel that. It's going. The energies are going to be stronger than than the positive ones, which is very good. Okay, so now we have the oracle cards here. Let's see what we have. Courage. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and your will. Okay, so whatever it is that you have to do, that you want to do, just do it. Okay, for my personal readings, I find that, 80 to 85, 90% of my readings are always about people holding back. They want to do something, but they have a lot of insecurities. They have a lot of things holding them back due to they give themselves excuses. I can't do this. I have this and this to think about. But sometimes sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith to do it. 80-90%, because why? Because most of this 80-90% of these readings of mine, the advice is always, don't worry, just relax, you're good, you can do it, just do it. That's why advice in tarot reading is very, very important, because they can help clarify things. They can help boost your morale, boost they boost your confidence. And when you see how the cards can clarify, they can double confirm the whole reading. It's very relieving. Is that a word? Is that the right word? It makes you feel relief. See? So whatever it is that you want to do in July, just go ahead. Okay, remember, make sure you have you write everything down, prepare a journal, and start to, I think this one is very, very likely of what it is that you're going to write out. Okay? All right. So, gentleness. I speak with gentleness, and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself, and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I am like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders, and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sort of humans the clouds look like. In other words, this card is just saying, just relax. Don't worry. You can imagine yourself be the baby elephant or be the baby deer. It's totally up to you. And just enjoy and pay attention. Not pay attention. Just relax. Relax. Observe what's the things around you. Be open and be unafraid. But most importantly, be receptive. I think this one has something to do with this one. Okay, but then overall, it's just saying, just relax. Okay, enjoy your July. All right. So fine, Lily of the Death. Oh, why did I read Lily of the Death? What? Lily of the Valley. Happiness is found with your purpose. Okay, so maybe very likely a lot of you, this one is going to play a very important part for you in July, because you're going to find out what it is that you want to do, your purpose in life. Let your imagination run wild. Okay, but most importantly, don't let it just be fantasy. Make sure that make sure you put action to it so that it becomes a reality. Okay, let your imagination fly. Okay, and you'll definitely build something for yourself. Okay, all right. So that's all I have for you. This one is very, very simple. It's very quick, very easy. That's all I have for you. So I hope that this reading has helped you. I hope this has given you some insights. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. Bye. Hello, pile number, wait, hang on. Pile number 4, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to put the smoky quartz here because I was trying to fix the camera just now because it's going to rain again. So these are the oracle cards that I mentioned. I'm gonna put this aside here. So what's coming for you in July? Page of Cups, Two of Staves, okay, Nine of Staves, okay. So what is it that you need to be aware of? Three of Cups, Three of Coins, High Priestess, and Five of Coins, okay. Just need to make sure it's on the wild card. We have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the Six of Staves, nice. Then advice, we have Knight of Staves, the Magician, and the Emperor, okay. Yeah, I can totally see why, because you know, when I open these 6 cards, I can already feel like, come on, you can do better than this. And you know what, the advice is saying, yes, you should do better than this. Okay, so why I say that is because your energy somehow is just very, it's like, you know, it's not as, it has not reached that potential. You have not, you know, try your best to see what you can do beyond what you think you can, you know, beyond your limits. All right. So Page of Cups, Two of Staves, and Nine of Staves. Staves is Wands. I think you're gonna have an idea coming to you. Okay, I want to say clarity, or maybe just some idea that you know you finally get clarity about, because you have the Ace of Swords here. And it's something to do with your creativity, definitely, or just something to do that is along, you know, what your heart really wants. But I think the problem is that, you know, maybe you don't see how you can earn money from it. You don't see how this is going to be a long-term thing for you, because we have the Two of Wands here, which is more about you're trying to see, you know, maybe there's something else on how you can go about this idea, about the situation here, that is that you hope that can bring you money or some sort of stability and security. Why I focus on the money is because here at the bottom here we can see Pentacles with we have the Three of Pentacles here, and then Five of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles, to be really honest, when it comes to Three of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles is definitely a much better energy than the Five. I'll explain why. So back to this one, the Two of Wands, and we have the Nine of Wands here. To me, I feel like, you know, you're just giving yourself a lot of unnecessary stress, because you keep thinking, how am I going to go about this? Okay, so what I want you to pay attention to is that you have to keep on practicing. This is very likely something for a lot of you, if you are doing, okay, wait, hang on, what's that? Oh, it's a van. Okay, a lot of you, it's very likely, I can feel this is like some sort of creative endeavor. So let's say maybe you want to do a YouTube channel, and you want to do your cooking channel, or you want to do your handicraft channel. Anything that has to do with creativity. Creativity doesn't necessarily have to be art, of course. So it can be, you know, sculpting, it can be sewing, it can be as simple as you know, movie review. Okay, whatever it is that you want to do, but at the same time, I feel that, you know, you're not confident enough, and maybe you just don't know how to go about it. You cannot find the method to go about this thing that you want to do, and you're just giving yourself a lot of, you know, all the wands and staves are being thrown at you. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to go about this. And I just feel that, you know, you just have to be more patient with yourself. I think you got the right idea, but you still need to keep on practicing whatever it is that you need to do it, because this card itself, you know, where you see the Archer is giving himself some time. Even the Three of Pentacles itself is about a card of, you know, building your foundations and moving, you know, going to the next level, but making sure that you are getting better and better. It's the same about, it's like Eight of Pentacles, but Eight of Pentacles is a position where you're already there, but you're just doing some fine-tuning and some tweaking. This one, the Three of Pentacles, is about you just getting the right, maybe let's say, for example, when it comes to watercolor painting, let's say. So it's where you get the right stroke, the right color tone, the right angle, the right proportion. So you have to do a lot of practice here, and I think you will be doing, to be really honest. But you have to be very patient with yourself, because I think you have a tendency to do shortcuts, or or try to I think it's very likely that you're not as patient as you thought. Okay, so when that happens, when you try to cut corners, when you try to find this sort, I mean, you can try to find shortcuts, definitely. I'm not saying that you should, because sometimes we just have to be innovative. But when that thing doesn't work, when it gives you more trouble than it should, then maybe that's just not the right method for you. Okay, there is a need for you to be patient for some reason. Okay, no doubt that the advice here, actually the advice here is just saying whatever it is that you want to do, it is good for you, or it's just saying that you are on the right track. Okay, it's just that you have to put in more effort because of the Knight of Staves and the Magician. The Magician itself is a very, very, very good card. If you want to do something and pursue something, the Magician is saying, just go for it. Okay, it's a card about asking. It's a card that asks you, how much do you really want it? You have the tools, you have the smarts, you have the intelligence, you know how to go about this, but how much do you really want this? Okay, and the Emperor is saying, because here we have these two cards here right above the Emperor. The Emperor is very stern, very rigid, someone who very likely sets the rules and regulations, whereas these two cards is more about, you can compare, you can feel that the energy is a bit flaky here. Okay, perhaps maybe you want to try 2, 3, 4 methods at the same time, because you want to find which method is the right one, when in fact maybe you should be just focusing on one method that you can do every day, and keep on fine-tuning and practicing with that, using that method alone. I'm just giving an example, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, that's the essence of what I'm trying to say. Okay, so 3, 5, the missing one is 4 of Pentacles, which is replaced by the High Priestess. So yeah, as much as you want to so it's just like I said, there's something that you want to do to reach this idea here, but you're not willing to go the extra mile. You're not willing to be patient with it. So you try to cut corners, you try to find a shortcut to go about it, but somehow the results are not as good as what you hope for. The Five of Coins for this card is really interesting, because we have this person which is obviously has a lot to drink, from the look of the face, has a lot to drink, because this person spends a lot. Okay, that's why this person is losing money, because 5 of Pentacles is a card where either you're losing money, you're losing your security, you are getting less and less things. Okay, so be very careful with how you spend as well in July 2020. Okay, I mean, no doubt it's the thing about this is your idea that you want, the things that you want to do in July is going to bring you a lot of success here, and you have these 3 cards here to double confirm, to clarify, to show you that this can work, but maybe how you go about this idea of yours is not right. During which you will have to be more patient with yourself, give yourself more time. Otherwise, you are just giving yourself more stress. You are taking on too much than you can handle, and in the end, you're not. Maybe you can get money. You definitely can get money, but it's not. But you're not pushing yourself to that potential. In other words, maybe you have the potential to get 8 of Pentacles, but you only reach until 5. You see. But whatever it is that you're doing, I just want to say this again. You have it's right for you. Okay, success is waiting for you. Okay, interesting. All right, so let's go into these oracle cards. Enjoyment. All right. Striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes. Allow me to enjoy this life, dear Lord. Dear Lord. Striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. Yes, exactly. Okay. So take time. Give yourself some time to practice, to build what it is that you're wanting to build here. Okay. Perseverance, exactly. So you need more patience, all right? So perseverance. Can you see it? All right, I hope you can. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. Okay, so like I said, we have the Six of Wands here to clarify, right? The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting, crying, and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. So you get what this card is trying to say, right? It's like, okay, so of course, definitely. So what it is that you want is definitely, the success is definitely going to be here. Okay, but throughout July, you just have to go through it, you know, take some time. Okay, patience is going to be the key for you. Enjoy what it is that you're doing. Okay, for example, let's say like I said, the example I gave you was watercoloring. Okay, so give yourself, okay, so you have prepare paper, you have the drawing, make sure the angle is right, the proportion is right. Okay, make sure the method of your coloring, make sure the color of the tone of the color is right, you know, and then take the time to paint. Enjoy the process. Okay, add in more details. Okay, so that's the part of Three of Pentacles for you. Okay, you'll definitely be successful. It's here in the cards. Okay, last one, Frankie Panny, Plumeria. You are, wait, hang on, let me make sure it's zoomed in. Excuse me, please zoom in. Oh, that's embarrassing. Please zoom in. All right. You are truly beautiful on the inside and the outside. Yeah, that's it. So, in other words, this card is just saying, you know, there's nothing, you have nothing to lack. There's nothing in you that's lacking. You know, you just have to believe in yourself. Maybe you feel that, oh, I have to chase time because everyone's doing it. Everyone has started a YouTube channel. They have got it up and running. And here I'm just starting to, you know, to get my painting in YouTube and show them the process and all that. Yeah, but just know that, you know, you don't have to prove yourself. If you're good at something, you don't have to prove to anyone that you're good, because you're already good. Okay, so just trying to prove yourself, just trying to convince other people that you're good, it just shows that, you know, you're not as good as you think, or you're not confident of yourself. You know, part of having true confidence is knowing that you are already good, and you don't have to prove that to anyone. Okay, it's more like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's very different if you say, I'm going to make a YouTube to show other people that I'm really good at what I do. No, it should be that I'm already good at what I do, and I'm just sharing what I learned, all my skills to other people, because I want to help them to grow. Okay, I hope you can differentiate the two. All right. Okay, so, and that was what this card is trying to say, right? So that's all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope this reading has given you insights. I hope it has helped you. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 5. Let's do your reading. So, clear quartz here. Because throughout the whole video, I messed up some of the reading, so I'm just preparing my tongue, my mouth now. So, 3 oracle cards. We're going to touch on this later. So let's go into your July 2020. So what's coming for you? Okay, 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna clarify this later for you and see what's gonna happen, because it's a bit difficult because we have the 7 of Swords here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what's coming for you? What is it that you need to be aware of? Knight of Swords, Strength, and 5 of Wands. So we have 2 wild cards here. Okay, we have a Chariot, we have the Emperor. Advice here we have 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Why is this so difficult? Okay, this one is really, really interesting, but give me 1 minute. Let me see. I'm just a bit worried that, you know, someone's going to con you, because we have the 7 of Swords here, the 9 of Swords here, and also the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles to me sometimes can mean that you have to spend something or you have to fork something out. But let me clarify for you, but if it is, then at the very least I want you to pay attention, you know, just to be aware, be careful of what this 7 of Swords is, okay? And this is why we do tarot readings. So universe, can you please give me 1 card for 7 of Swords, please? Let me think, because I'm wondering why is the Chariot and the Emperor here. If you can hear that, that's my daughter. Very likely she lost the game, so universe, can you please show me why the 7 of Swords is here? Why is the 7 of Swords here? Knight of Wands, definitely a person. So universe, tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. Universe, show me why the Ace of Pentacles is here. Universe, show me why the Ace of Pentacles is here. The World. Okay. I'm just trying to see if this can, you know, come out as, you know, it's not as bad as you think. Because 7 of Swords, I've once had it for myself, but it wasn't really that bad. It was just that, you know, this person just has a different intention. So just a little bit of story about 7 of Swords for you. Why I had that was because when I was doing this, this person was looking for illustrators, okay, and I'm an illustrator actually. So this person looked me up. He was asking, can you do this and this and this? Quote your price. So I quoted this person my price, and this person asked his client, his client if this is okay, so and so, and the lady was like, okay, I'm gonna hire this illustrator. And then this person came with his 7 of Swords energy saying, okay, this lady is okay to hire you, but I want to let you know first that I quoted her so and so that you can still earn the money you pay, and I get this percentage of commission for myself, for the person himself. So this can just be as simple as a 7 of Swords kind of energy where they withheld information from you. Okay? And it really depends, because this is a general reading. So the thing about tarot reading is that sometimes they don't show you how severe or how mild the situation can be. So what you usually can do about this kind of energy is just to, you know, just be more alert, keep asking questions. You know, if you feel that there's something wrong, then there's something wrong, right? So it's okay for you to double check. It's okay for you to ask, you know, If that person has nothing to hide, then of course, you know, they can just tell you, or just answer your question, right? Okay. Because the thing about is, with the Ace of Pentacles here, clarified the world, it's not that bad, you know. It's different if we see Three of Swords or Ten of Swords. But here in the advice here, we have very difficult energies. We have Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands, which to me, this advice in itself, we've not gone through this, but I'll give you an idea on what this is about first. Seven of Wands is a very defensive kind of energy. Ten of Wands itself is, you know, you're carrying a lot of burdens, you know. When it comes to advice, usually it means, you know, stop holding on to the burdens, okay? And then the Nine of Wands is, you know, having to persevere. You know, you may feel that you're very tied down, you cannot do anything about it at all. So, you know, try to make the best of situations if possible, okay? So there's some sort of energy, so you have to stand your ground no matter how difficult the situation is, okay? And that's just the advice. So let's just try to tie in everything, and then we'll see what this is really about, right? So Nicholas, tell me why the Chariot here. Just to let you know, your pile is the only pile that I have to pull clarifications, okay? Because this is a general energy, I'm trying to make sure that, you know, you guys are safe at the very least, alright? Just give me one card for Chariot. You guys can please give me one card for the Chariot. Okay. And one card for the Emperor. Okay, I mean, I sort of get it already. So these two cards are just, you know, just for yourself, you know, on what you should focus on, whether or not this thing comes or not. Of course, there's someone trying to, okay. I think a lot of you are going to go on dating apps, because Ace of Pentacles is my dating app card, and it would definitely explain why the world card is here, because my world card is always a card of social media, because this is you, this is a boundary between you and this other person. In other words, these persons are looking at you through maybe a phone, maybe a laptop, maybe an app, okay? Very likely. And then you wonder, you know, if this person is real. But if you always, you know, when someone told me, or maybe I read it somewhere, if someone makes you feel butterflies in your stomach, make you feel nervous, yeah, that person is not for you. Okay, because that is actually your intuition, that is actually your inner radar trying to warn you something about this person. Okay, because your body is reacting to the energy that is not fit for you. Okay, and that will explain why you have the Nine of Swords here. It's just that even if with the Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles alone, it's quite scary enough. But otherwise, it may be just as simple as dating apps. So if you are dating around, if you are on dating apps especially, please be very, very careful. Okay? And definitely, you know, especially when we have the Knight of Wands here, this person definitely, you know, is, you know, you can say it's a playboy and playgirl. It has a very notorious reputation. But of course, this person definitely excites you. You know, this person is a wand, it's a rod. You know, it's a fiery energy. So of course, you know, at the same time, maybe deep inside you feel, oh man, no, this person cannot be a playboy, playgirl. And then you keep wondering, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Just be careful, okay? So if that's the case, then of course these two cards are saying, you know, make sure that you know what you want. You know, you want to date around. Maybe this person is asking you if you want to be friends with benefits and all that. And if you're not into that, then it's fine. You know, it's okay to stand your ground, to go with what you want. Chariot is always, you know, I want, my head and my heart is aligned. I know what I want and I know what I need. Okay, and if maybe being friends with benefits is not for you, then you know what? It's fine. It's not for you. Okay. And then Emperor here saying, you know, to ground yourself, you know, to be in your power so that you can live with a clear conscience. Okay, so now what you need to be aware of in July, we have the Knight of Swords, the Strength card, and the Five of Wands. Okay, I know. Okay, so this advice is more towards this one. Okay, because here I see you very tired, you very likely have to do a lot of work. And to explain why these cards are all here, because you may get very busy in the month of July. And you know, sometimes you just want to relax and you want to you want to do something that is good for your soul. So you go to, maybe that's why you go to dating apps, you know, so that you can talk to people, you know, have a bit of human interaction. Maybe eventually, you know, you will, you know, come across this person, and this person somehow just makes you feel, you know, Nine of Swords and all that. You know, in that case, you know, you have to wonder what is it that you really want. Make sure you have a strong convictions. Make sure that you know what it is that you really want. And that way you will not go wrong. You will not get on the wrong path, right? Yeah, this is really just as simple as that. Yours is definitely about, you know, you're just very tired with what's going on around you. Maybe even now is, I actually recording this end of June, and so July, you definitely just be, you know, just take care of yourself, but at the same time make sure that, you know, you do not fall into the trap of wanting to be saved, or you know, if this person, you know, tries to do a Seven of Swords on you, you know where you stand. As much as, you know, as much as how you want to meet that person, but if that person is not for you, that person is not for you. Okay? At the very least, you live with a good conscience. I want to pull one more card for you for Strength. I just feel like it. One card for Strength. Three of Cups. Yeah, so definitely that's why, because you're so tired, you're just so exhausted from what it is that you're doing right now, and you want to go out, you want to hang out with friends and all that, and it's okay, you should do it, you know. If you're tired and all that, you have to relax, you have to do what's good for your soul. But when this thing comes, just be aware, pay attention, all right, and be careful, okay? All right, so now we have Despair. I need your divine intercession right now. Oh Great Spirit, lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I see it. So it can, for some of you, it can also be as simple as, you know, you have this idea that you have been trying to go about for quite some time, but somehow, but at the same time, you know, you're just so afraid of showing people, you know, what it is that you want to start here. So Ace of Pentacles, for whatever it is, it can be as simple as, you know, a business idea, business proposal, you know, but it's something that is pentacle based. Pentacle based here meaning to say it's something that's tangible, like for example, money, business, property, even something that's going to bring in some security for you. Okay, so it can be that, you know, you want to do this, but at the same time, you know, you just have so much to deal with in July. Okay, Abundance. Congratulations, it seems you're due for an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole! Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy a well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Okay? So in other words, so very likely, so like I said, what it is that you want, you know, make sure you know what you want, make sure your conviction is strong enough. So if you want to go for this thing, just go for it. Okay? which really is interesting. Why the Seven of Swords is here, unless you are the one who is with the Seven of Swords, where, you know, this thing has been going on for some time, you're not letting anyone know about it, and, you know, at the same time you're also scared. Maybe it's just because, you know, you're scared of letting people know that you want to do this thing. All right, so last one, Blushing Bride. Aww. Your intentions and heart deserve to be known. So yes, go ahead and show the world. Go ahead and show what it is that you want. You don't have to hide anymore. Okay? So whatever this thing is that you want to do, you know, just do it. Okay? Alright, so that's all I have for you, pile number 5. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this reading has given you insights. I hope this has helped you. So yes, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next video. Bye.